Hello, and welcome to a Lividian Publications unenveloping. I feel like we just did a chapbook, but I guess it's been, a month or two since Mr. Purple? I don't know. Time is weird. So this is the next chapbook for Brian James Freeman. And this is a Brian James Freeman chapbook. This is Burying Little Annie. There we go. I mean, a nice little cardboard protector. It wasn't unprotected in there. You couldn't see that, but there was cardboard in it. So, Brian James Freeman, the guy behind Lividian, formerly, well, I guess he is still kind of in Cemetery Dance, although in a smaller capacity, has been publishing exclusive chapbooks for his patrons over on Patreon. And this is one such chapbook featuring the incredible artwork of Francois Vaillancourt. His most recent chapbook, which I guess was a while back, was Doing Dirty Work, which was very good. That was fantastic. But he's also doing guest chapbooks by other authors. Most recent one he did was Mr. Purple by W.H. Chismar. And the next one is a very big author. So if you want to get a chapbook from said very big author, you should definitely sign up for Brian James Freeman's Patreon account. First of all, it's worth it just to begin with. You get incredible value with these little chapbooks. Very nicely done. This is also signed by Glenn Chadbourne. So Chadbourne must have done interior art. Yep, that's some Chadbourne interior art. Love it. So Francois did have the inside cover here. He did the cover itself. Is Annie the dog? Annie must be the dog. I obviously have not read this yet. It's also signed by Brian James Freeman as well. Private printing. And then, in addition to these chapbooks, so there's the chapbook level. There's two chapbook levels on his Patreon. One is just the Brian James Freeman chapbooks, such as this. The next level is going to include these plus the guest chapbooks. Next level from that includes yearly volumes. Most recently, just 2 weeks ago, I unboxed Patreon Stories Volume 3. That was their yearly one. And then there's other levels as well that include great little hardcovers, lettered editions, and Lividian titles as well. You do not need to be a patron to get Lividian titles, unless you want the Lividian private pressings like this. But what's great about being a patron is that you get first advance notice of various Lividian deals, such as grab bags. And I've actually done several of the grab bags. Is that the same as the one before? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. I was say, you see the boy with his box, and I'm like, that's the same picture. It's not, though. Oh, and there's on the back side, too. Same image, just flipped. Just flipped. But yeah, I've done two grab bags from Lividian. One was other publishers' books. It was the single greatest grab bag I've ever gotten. I got an Amaranthine Frankenstein, which is incredible. More recently, I did a limited and lettered grab bag that they offered, which included a lettered edition of the store for less than half of the retail cost, which is just wild. So seriously, those didn't require being a patron to purchase. But they were offered first to the patrons of Brian James Freeman's Patreon. And I believe they did eventually make it to public sale. At least the lettered one did, but it sold out pretty quickly afterwards. But seriously, you can't go wrong with being a patron. It's one hell of a deal. But seriously, check out Lividian Publications. Check out Brian James Freeman's Patreon. The man is doing wonders in the publishing world. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you around next time.